Hello guys, welcome to another interesting video in the series of coding. It's called concatenation of consecutive binary numbers. So given an integer n, we have to return the decimal value of the binary string formed by concatenating the binary representations of 1 to n in order modulo 10 power 9 plus 7. So what do they mean by this? Let's try to understand. So for example, let's take the example of n equal to 3, which is given to us to try to understand this. So if n is equal to 3, we have to write all numbers from 1 to n. That is, we have to write 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, and 3 we have written. Now we have to do the binary arrangement of this, or the conversion to binary number. So what is 1? 1 is 1 only in binary. What is 2 in binary? So 2 is just 1 and 0 in binary, because 2 power 0 into 0 plus 2 power 1 into 1, so that is 2. What is 3 in binary? So 3 is 1 1, so 2 power 0 into 1 plus 2 power 1 into 1, so 3 is 1 1 in binary. Now we have to concatenate all these together, right? We have to concatenate all these together, so let me concatenate them together. First I write 1, then I write 1 0, then I write 1 1. So basically I have just concatenated all of them together. So because of this one, I have written 1 here. Because of 1 0, I have written 1 0 here. And because of this 1 1, I have written 1 1 here. So I have concatenated all of them together. Now I have to convert the actual binary representation of this to the actual decimal representation of this. So how do I do that? So what is this in decimal format? So this is 2 power 0 into 1, right? 2 power 0 into 1 is just 1. This is 2 power 1 into 1. This is just 2. And this is 2 power 2 into 0. So that is just 0. This is 2 power 3 into 1. So that is 8. This is 2 power 4 into 1. That is 16. So I have to just add all of these together, and this you can see is equal to 27. 16 plus 8 is 24, 24 plus 2 is 26, 26 plus 1 is 27. Now after this I just have to do one more operation. I have to take modulo of this, and I have to do 10 power 9 plus 7. So modulo of the number that I obtain with 10 power 9 plus 7, because it may be a very large number, so we don't want very large numbers, right? So we have to do this modulo. So basically, these are the operations that we have to do. But this is a very long operation, right? But you can observe that we need not do this step. Like, we need not actually convert it to the decimal numbers, then concatenate, and then convert it finally to the you know number representation from the decimal representation. We need not do this brute force approach. So what we can do is, instead we can do a simpler solution. We just need this final answer, right? We just need this final answer modulo 10 power 9 plus 7. So basically we just basically need this number. So we need to know the binary representation and the decimal representation of the end number. So let's try to do this. Okay, so we'll use the example of n equal to 5, and we'll try to do this. So how can we do that? So if n is equal to 5, we just need to write all the numbers from 1 to 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's do this. So what is the binary representation of 1? That is 1. Binary representation of 2 is 1 0. Binary representation of 3 is 1 1. Binary representation of 4 will be 1 0 0. Binary representation of 5 will be 1 0 1. So basically, let's try to insert it one by one, right? So first I have this number 1 that I have to insert in my number. So I take 1 and I insert it in my number. Okay, so I have got 1 and I have inserted it in my particular number. Okay, now I need to insert the next number. I need to insert the next number, which is uh, 1 0, right? I need to insert 1 0, which is the representation of 2. So if I need to insert 1 0, what I can do is I can create two spaces right behind 1. So I already have my 1. I have to just create two spaces behind my 1, and I have to insert 1 0. So, or I can say that I have shifted this initial 1 that I had by 1, by 2, right? So let me try to explain this better. So I had this initial one, so I have just placed it here, and I've shifted it by two positions in the left, and I have placed it here, right? So hence I am able to create this new number 110. Now what does this new number 110 mean? So I have shifted the original one that I had by two places. That means original one that I had shifted by two places. So 1 into 2 power 2, plus the number which I took just now. So the number that I took just now is 10, that has a representation of 2, right? So if I do this, I get 6, right? 2 power 2 plus 2 is 6. That is the actual representation of 110. So 110 is actually 6. So this is how I can get the value of the number. Okay. Now let's try to take more examples to understand this better. So similarly, I do the process again. So I have to place 1 1 at the end of all this now, right? I have to place 1 1 at the end of all this. So how do I place 1 1 at the end of all this? So what I do is I create two new places apart from the original three places that I had. I create two new places. So I shift my number 110 by 2 times in the front, right? I shift it by a space of 2 and I place my 1 1 at the end. And the binary representation to the decimal representation is what? The number that I had originally was 6, right? The number that I had initially was 6. I have shifted it by 2 places. So basically, I have done 6 into 2 power 2 plus the number that I just added now. So I just added 3 now, right? So I just added 3 now. So 6 into 2 power 2 plus 3. So what is that? 24 plus 3, that is just 27. So this is the new a new decimal representation. Okay. Now I have to add 4, right? Or I have to add 100. Basically I have to add 100, which is the representation of 4. So how do I do that? So again I create three new places, right? So I have this 5 digit number. I create three new places for it, right? That means I am shifting my original number that I had by three places. Okay, so I shift them by three places and I place those digits here. So I shift this one here, this one here, this 0 here, this one here, and this one here, and now I add the number 100 that I took just now in the end. Okay, so now I get this number. So how do I find what is the actual decimal representation of this number? So I had the original number 27. I have shifted it by three places. So I do 27 into 2 power 3 and I add the number which I took just now. So the number which I took just now is 4, right? So this will give me the actual representation right now. So what is it? 27 into 8 plus 4. So that is just 220. Okay, and now I do the last process similarly. So I still have to add this number 101 in the end. So how do I add this number 101 in the end? So basically I have all these spaces, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 spaces. I create three more spaces because this number has three digits, so I create three more spaces. I shift all the digits that I have till now. Okay, like this, I shift all the digits by three places. So I write all the digits one by one again. I write the original number again by shifting it by three places. And 11011, I have to write one more one here. And I have two zeros, right? And I write the number which I took just now, which is 101. And now what is the binary representation of this is what I have written right now, and what is the original number representation of this. So the number which I had, okay, 220, and I've shifted it by three places. So 220 into 2 power 3 plus the number which I added just now, which is 5. Alright, I added 101 in the end, which is just having a representation of 5. So if I do this, I will be able to get 220 into 8 plus 5. So that is 1765. And this is the final number that I have to return as output. Actually, I have to return this modulo of 10 power 9 plus 7. Okay, so basically this is the process that I will do. So I have to just shift. So in C++ we have a bitwise shift operator that will shift our digits to the left. Now by how many digits to the left should we shift? That is one question. Okay, so here you can observe that we shifted by 2 digits. Here we shifted by 2 digits. Here we shifted by 3 digits. Here we shifted by 3 digits. So how do we find by how many digits do we have to shift, right? So there is one formula for it. How do you find? Okay, so take this number itself 5, right? Suppose you take this number 5, and how do you find by how many digits its binary representation will have to get shifted to accommodate it. So its binary representation is 101 and the number is 5. So we can do log of base 2 and we can write 5 and we can do plus 1. So if we do int of this, right, if we do int of this, then that will help us to get the binary representation. So we have to write int here. So basically we do int of log um, 5 base 2 plus 1. How will this get us? So see, what is uh, log 5 base 2 int of that? So 2 power 2 is 4, right? So 2 power 2 is 4. So this will be something greater than 4, 5 something greater than 4, so it will be 2 point something. So if we do int of that, we'll get 2, and then if we do 2 plus 1, we'll be able to get 3. So to know the number of digits by which we have to shift, we can just use this formula, and then we can make the bitwise shift using the bitwise shift operator, and we can solve this question. So since we have used a lot of time in the logic, let's just go through the solution. So basically we have declared a long int val which is equal to 0, and then we have taken a int I equal to 1, and then while I is less than equal to n, so basically that is what we have done. Value is equal to value, and I have shifted it bitwise using the bitwise shift operator, and finally I have taken the modulo at each step because the number may become too large, and then I have finally returned the value. So this is the logic of the code. Thank you.